The shocking last moments of hiker Emily Shaw. Bigfoot was following her. 911, what's your emergency? There's a girl missing. She went hiking this morning and she hasn't come back. Her name's Emily Shaw. We found her backpack near the cliff and there's blood. It began like so many tragedies do, quietly, a calm morning, blue skies, the rustle of pine needles in the wind. Emily Shaw was 27, a seasoned hiker and an experienced nature photographer. She'd been exploring the wilderness for over a decade. Her social media was filled with breathtaking landscapes, rare animal encounters, and poetic captions about the peace she found in the wild. Her final post was timestamped 7:14 a.m. It showed the rising sun casting gold over a dense forest ridge. The caption read, "Sometimes the best company is silence." It would be the last thing anyone ever heard from her. Before we begin, make sure to like this video, subscribe to our channel, and share this story with anyone who believes nature holds secrets we're not ready to face. This is the tragic final journey of Emily Shaw and the shadow that followed her. Emily grew up in Oregon, in a small town nestled at the edge of the Cascade Mountains. Her parents owned a general store that doubled as a hiking supply shop, so trails and treks were part of her upbringing. By 12, she was climbing ridges most adults avoided. By 18, she was leading beginners on weekend hikes. She wasn't reckless. She was known for her preparation, her maps, her backup gear. Her camera was her constant companion, and she dreamed of publishing a photo book called The Quiet Wild. Everyone who knew Emily said the same thing. She felt more at home in the woods than she did anywhere else. On May 18th, Emily set out to hike in the Bitterroot range of western Montana. It wasn't a national park, just open land dotted with trails, some official, many not. Locals knew the area as rugged, quiet, and absolutely stunning. Emily had planned a solo route that would take her up a moderate incline to a lake overlook, circle around to a waterfall, and return by sunset. Her gear included 2 cameras, a drone, water, freeze-dried food, a first aid kit, and GPS. According to her GPS log, Emily followed the planned trail for the first 3.4 miles. Her last confirmed location was near a bluff known as Graywater Ridge. Locals told investigators it's a place with strange echoes and frequent wildlife sightings. One said, "You yell into that canyon, and sometimes you hear something yell back, but it's not your echo." When Emily failed to check in with her roommate by 8 p.m., a call was placed to local authorities. By midnight, a search and rescue team had been dispatched. The team found her car parked neatly at the trailhead. Nothing unusual, but what they found next raised alarms. A quarter-mile down the trail, they found Emily's water bottle, cracked and empty. Another 100 feet, a lens cap. Then tangled in some brush, her backpack, unzipped, with camera equipment scattered nearby. One lens was cracked. Her first aid kit was still sealed, but her drone was gone. They began grid searching the surrounding forest, but dense tree cover and uneven terrain made it slow. Helicopters couldn't penetrate the canopy. Dogs lost her scent repeatedly. And then there was the blood. Just past the backpack, near a narrow deer path, searchers found a smear of blood across a mossy rock and several snapped branches. No drag marks, no trail, just the implication of violence. Then nothing. No body, no further signs of struggle. It was as if the forest had swallowed her whole. What happened to Emily Shaw? Theories circulated quickly. Cougar attack? Possible, but no drag marks or signs of feeding. Bear? Maybe, but there were no prints. Some said she fell. But the cliff nearby showed no body, and cadaver dogs couldn't detect a scent over the edge. Then a local came forward. His name was Ray Middleton, 64, former Forest Service. He lived alone in a cabin 2 miles from the ridge. He claimed that the day before Emily went missing, he'd seen something. It wasn't a bear, Ray said. Too tall, too quiet. I saw it between the trees, just standing there, looking down toward the valley. Big shoulders, arms like a man but too long, covered in dark hair, and the smell, musky, like wet bark and dead leaves. It watched for a while, then turned and walked uphill, fast. Not running, just like it didn't need to try. The sheriff dismissed it as a local trying to get attention, but the search team didn't. One of them, a younger volunteer named Lucas, said his Trailcam had captured something odd the night after Emily vanished. The footage is blurry, night vision green, but it shows something large walking on two legs through the brush near where her backpack was found. Not a bear, not a person, something in between. The footage was handed over to authorities, but no official statement was ever made. A week passed, then two. The search was scaled back. Emily's family offered a $25,000 reward. Her story hit national news. Hashtags trended. Hashtag find Emily, hashtag Emily Shaw missing, and eventually, hashtag was it Bigfoot. Online communities dissected the case. Reddit threads exploded. Armchair investigators examined every tree shadow in the Trailcam footage. Cryptid forums began linking her disappearance to other hikers who'd gone missing in similar terrain, with eerily similar signs. Scattered gear, sudden silence, no trace. Then on the 23rd day, a discovery. A group of hikers found Emily's drone 3 miles from the last GPS ping. It was wedged between rocks near a dried-up stream bed. Its propellers were broken, but the SD card was intact. What was on it changed everything. The drone footage began normally. Shots of treetops, a waterfall, slow pans across the valley. Then in the distance, movement. The drone zoomed in. At first just branches. Then between the trees, a figure, tall, upright, moving, covered in dark, matted hair. It paused, turned slightly, then walked out of frame. The footage was time-stamped 8:21 a.m. That meant Emily had seen it. She'd launched the drone to capture it, and shortly after she vanished. Was she chased? Was she taken? Did she try to follow it and fall victim to the terrain? No one knows. The video, authenticated by experts, was shown briefly on national TV before being pulled for further investigation. Some believe the government stepped in. Others think the Park Service feared tourism loss. Whatever the reason, the footage disappeared from public record. Only screenshots remain, grainy and endlessly debated. But the questions didn't stop. A week after the drone footage, an anonymous forum post appeared. I didn't know her, but I saw something strange. Large, upright, walking along the ridge. It stopped and stared at me. I ran. I thought I was crazy until I saw her photo. More stories followed. From across the country, people who felt watched, heard footsteps, saw something vanish into trees. They were dismissed until Emily. 6 months later, she was declared deceased. No body was ever found. Her parents started a foundation for missing persons. Her final photo, a golden sunrise, appeared on candles, flyers, memorials. Vigils were held across states. One plaque left on Greywater Ridge read, "You walked where most feared. May your light never fade." Some say she saw something she shouldn't have. Others call it nature, simple and cruel. But in Bitterroot they whisper, she was followed. Something saw her and decided she wouldn't return. The forest is vast, and not everything in it wants to be found. Just somewhere beyond. But Emily's story wasn't finished. 3 months after the drone footage, researchers deep in the forest found something strange. A massive Douglas fir with bark stripped in tall, vertical lines. Not claw marks, something deliberate. Below it, smooth stones in a perfect circle. In the center, a cracked camera lens buried in dirt. That night, one researcher woke up in a cold sweat. He'd heard deep, distant breathing. By morning, their gear had been moved. Not taken, just shifted. Word spread, hikers returned. Some reported low-frequency hums. Others saw giant handprints in moss. At dusk, a figure, always just out of reach, Emily became more than a missing person. She became part of the forest myth. Then came the letter, 6.5 months later. No name, just one page. She was by the water, not dead, not afraid. Something stood behind her, protecting her. She looked at peace. Don't look for her. She's past the veil now. Investigators dismissed it, but her mother kept it, tucked in a journal beneath a pressed flower. Some experts called it a crossing, not death, but invitation. A biologist, Dr. Lena Harrow, said places like Bitterroot are thin, where the unknown watches us. Offerings appeared at Greywater Ridge, feathers, Polaroids, a carved Bigfoot, protector, not predator. The pattern was clear. Every 14 to 18 years, someone vanished. Always alone, always with a camera or journal. They called it the Bitterroot cycle. 1 year later, Emily's Instagram posted a photo, a misty ridge caption, "I am where the silence begins. Don't mourn, just listen." It was deleted 3 hours later. Traced to a remote area in Idaho, no structures, no signal since. Some say she's still out there. Camera around her neck, disappearing behind the trees. Not lost, not gone, just somewhere beyond. If you believe Emily deserves answers, or if you've ever felt something watching you in the woods, share this story. Subscribe to our channel for more real-life tragedies, unsolved wilderness mysteries, and encounters that blur the line between myth and reality. Thank you for watching.